Hi guys, good morning. So usually I start my day with either apple cider vinegar or some peppermint tea or coffee or rosiva or wheatgrass shots or just water. But today I'm just gonna have mango juice. So I pick out some ripe mangoes and I wash them, cut them, and pulp them out. I add the pulp to the blending jar and I blend it with enough water. Depends on the thickness you like. There's no rocket science here. So you can just make normal mango juice. And since the mangoes were Alfonso mangoes, they were already sweet, so I didn't end up adding any sugar. So that's it. My mango juice was ready. Then I decided to make some egg bhurji. I make it a little different because I don't really like eggs and I don't like the smell, so I add some extra masalas. Here I've chopped some onions in the, what is this called? I think it's a chopper. Then I went ahead and chopped some green chilies, and this is only because we like our food spicy. I'm anyway going to be using chili powder. So after which I took my pan, kept it on heat, and added 2 tablespoons of butter. This is just for flavor. You can only use oil. I've also added 2 tablespoons of regular oil, to which I'll be adding the chopped onions. You have to fry the onions until they turn a little brownish. I have then added the chopped chilies. This is not regular. I think I've never seen people putting ginger garlic paste in burji, but I did. Just about a teaspoon. I've added haldi, I've added mirchi powder as per your liking, and because I want to get rid of the eggy smell, I add my trusty chicken masala. You know what, guys, you should invest in that Everest chicken masala. I think it's best. It works with everything. I've beaten 4 eggs here. You don't need to beat them prior to adding it to your pan, but I thought this way the yolks will mix well and the smell would be less. I don't know if it makes sense, but it works for me. So I wait for a couple of minutes until the egg is cooked, and then I remove all my frustration on it and I scramble it properly. I also add a little water so that all the masalas are mixed, but it will evaporate. It is not going to turn runny. Add salt as per your liking. Add a lot of coriander. This is another thing. My house always has a lot of coriander, and I feel every food is incomplete without coriander. Put the lid on for some time, and that's it. Your egg burji is ready. Trust me, this is very, very, very tasty. So I then start having my breakfast. We usually eat this with bread. I cannot bother to make chapatis. So that's what we did here. And this is my breakfast. So the time would be around say 11:30. After eating this breakfast, my husband goes to sleep and he only wakes up by 5 o'clock in the evening. So meanwhile, I get set ready for lunch. My lunch, basically, he doesn't have. I finished cooking my rice and I chopped in some onions and then took one tomato and pureed it in the same chopper. That's it. The recipe that I'm going for is paneer sabji. It's like a dry dish of paneer. It's very convenient and gets ready quickly. This dish is best eaten with chapati. So make sure, in case you would try to make this, then you have chapatis in hand. Anyway, back to the recipe. I've heated some oil and I've added the sliced onions. I wait for it to turn pale and then I add about 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. Once the raw smell goes, I add some cumin seeds. I've added the puree of tomato and salt. This is a tip. After you add tomatoes, you have to immediately add salt so that it cooks faster. I put on the lid for 5 minutes and then I added 2 tablespoons of chili powder and half tablespoon of turmeric and 2 whole tablespoons of coriander. Now, to be honest, this is any base for basic gravy. You can make it watery by adding some water, or you can make it just dry. Cook it well. You have to bhunofy the masala until it leaves oil. Okay, just keep bhunofying it. I've added little water here so that the masalas mix with each other. It'll evaporate. I want it dry. I actually made this whole masala thinking I have about half kg of paneer, but I had only had 200 grams, so the masala was too much. So in case you're following the same method and same ingredients and same amount of ingredients, then make sure you have about half kg of paneer. I've used the frozen one, the Amul one, okay? Mix it well and add a little water. Since it's frozen, it will not break even if you use spoon. So let it cook through. I put the lid on for 5 minutes and I kept checking so that it doesn't burn. Mix it well again. See that your paneer is soft. Add a little water. Let the masalas infuse the paneer, and that is about it. Keep bhunofying it. Let the masalas coat the paneer well. Add my favorite coriander, and I turn off the gas because I'm using electric stove. Even if I turn off, it is still hot. After the paneer is soft, use a spoon so that you don't break the paneer pieces. That's it. This was my lunch. It was little because I was also full with breakfast. So this was my lunch. I would like my rice to be substituted with chapati here, but it's okay. Then for my dessert, now usually we end up only eating chocolates or maybe a fruit or mangoes or whatever. Since we already had mango juice in the morning, I decided to make some laddus. This recipe is from the channel Ruskar Mehjwani. It's a Marathi channel, and the lady who made this was Smita. So what I've done here is I've taken about half cup of condensed milk and I've added 2 cups of desiccated coconut. Now what you can do if you don't have desiccated coconut is you can take dry coconut and just pulse it in the mixer, or you can use fresh coconut and pulse it in the mixer, but only for 5-6 seconds, otherwise it will turn pasty. You can go ahead and add elaichi powder, but I don't like. You just have to keep stirring until the pan leaves clean, and you'll understand that your laddu mixture is ready. The pan should be clean, okay? That's it. Nothing else to do here, no rocket science. Just keep stirring and cooking the mixture. I've used 2 cups of desiccated coconut for half cup of condensed milk, is because condensed milk is too sweet. So just to balance it a little. That's it. Once the mixture is done, you just take your plate, add some desiccated coconut there, and start making laddus. And once the laddus are made, coat it with the desiccated coconut. You have to work on this while the mixture is still warm, not hot, warm. That's it. Your dessert is ready. Now, my husband just woke up and he's usually very hungry but doesn't want to eat rice right away. So, I have to make some snacks, or usually we eat popcorn or noodles or whatever. Here, I've taken sprouts and 3 green chilies and some ginger. I've added little water and made it to a paste. Okay, no salt or whatever added till now. Then I added 3 tablespoons of besan. And then you remember I made those bread rolls? So I had a little filling left, so I added to it. I don't know how it will turn, but I still added. Then I had to add my coriander, so I chopped some coriander finely and I added the same. After which I added powdered masalas like haldi and chili powder. That's it. Remember, I've not added salt yet. Why? Because if you add salt now and there is time for your oil to heat, it will start leaving water, and then it will be difficult for you to fry. So I've taken oil. We are going to deep fry this. I'm adding salt now just before frying, checking the oil if it's hot enough. Don't want to repeat my mistakes, and dropping this mixture. You can use your hand or spoon or whatever, but just drop in. They'll separate on their own if the oil is hot enough, so don't worry. Cook it until it turns brown. But once you drop in the bhajiyas, turn your flame to medium high. Don't keep it on high because the bhajiyas need to cook through. Okay, because you've used basin, and if you let it cook halfway, then it will all taste kacha kacha. It will be waste. So this is the color, and this is when you know you have to take your bhajiyas out. Taste it if it's all good, and in the next batch you can adjust it. Salt is less, mirchi is less, or whatever. Okay, that's it. You have to make bhajiyas, and they are easy and ready if you have the sprouts. You don't really need to add the potato mixture, just with the sprouts will do. And this was my snack. For dinner, I was making chicken fry. So here I've taken chicken bone pieces, washed and cut. I've added salt, about 3 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of haldi, 2 tablespoons of cumin powder, 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste, and I've added half tablespoons of pepper powder, about 2 tablespoons of vinegar, and about 2 tablespoons of rice flour, 1 egg, and salt as per taste. Mix it well and keep adding water. little by little so that it coats the chicken well, and then you put the lid on and set it aside for about half an hour. The more the better. I kept it in the fridge though. I didn't record the frying process because I was on a Zoom call with my family, but this is what I had for dinner because I was full. I didn't eat rice, and this is what I ate yesterday. So let me know how you like it, and do try recipes, and stay home, stay safe, and bye.